I didn't know that it wasn't gonna work. I really thought
it was gonna do well because y'all had a lot of momentum.
And Locus was
raw.
MC.
Yeah,
raw.
Locus was phenomenal. Yeah, so I'm thinking it's gonna blow.
See if I still remember the lyrics. They're gonna be on the screen for you, but yo, this ain't nothing but a come. Step to the stage for the bum rush, cause I'm about to let loose them things, son. Stay on you like an Oakland gangster. Keep it pressed on I won't trip. But see what I'm seeing, feeling something kind of terrible. You want to out straight showing out. Hold up before you get it loped out. Straight bit and talking. Pass the beat so I can take me a swig. If it's cussing, it's what I just did. If you're a kid, close your ears cause you don't need to hear. Members only, that means all homies. Step back and get the bow sack. Ask for you could be a witness in insulting lyrics that are dish. D-Loc will do. I'll let you call it what the you wanted to. D-Loc is still a one-man Rambo, 5'7", so stop staring. What? Like me, they'll do with some boots and some cuffs in his jeans. Will not turn back, flipped up in the front like a nut. That's why they label me LOC. For those that didn't know that D-Loc was crazy. Back in the days, G, it was maybe, but nowadays, it fade me. The size of a young dude. Some even say that I come like Ice Cube, but I paid my dues. Paid the Jimmy too. Nothing but a come up. Yo, what's happening, y'all? As you know, it's DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay. Back at you again, y'all. Another video. And this one I'm calling it, well, I'm going to call it what it is. You know what I mean? D-Loc said you can call it what you want to, but I'm going to call it what it is. This is a video about the most underrated rapper from the Bay. In my opinion, this is the most underrated rapper from the Bay. And if you know the Bay, how he was in the late 80s, really the 80s in general, started off with Calvin T and Magic Mike, and of course Too Short Oakland. So those were the rappers that was out at the time in the early 80s. You know what I mean? Make sure you check out, be on the lookout for the Too Short, the 5th Decade of Game. You know what I'm saying? Video that I'm editing or whatever, you know, just polishing what was done already. You know what I'm saying? But bringing it to y'all because I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet. But a little bit later in the 80s came a group called 415, you know, notably in 89. You know what I mean? And to hear them rapping, it was just something fresh. It was just something different, you know what I mean? But it was something Bay at the same time, you know what I mean? They communicated to us in a way that we all could understand, we all could appreciate, and everything else. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is go ahead, I'm going to jump into my video that I got here, and I just want to see what song I'm going to go with first. Yeah, I got one. I got it right here. We're going to go with this one. D-Loc. Let's break it down. Original intro. For those that don't know, DJ Duro is the in-house producer for 415. You understand what I'm saying? For both albums, 415. And plus the EPs, which this song was on the EP before it showed up on the New Brothers, on the new N-Words on the Black Album, all right? DJ Duro is also the one that produced Keep Your Head Up by Tupac. So he got a Grammy for that, and he got platinum plaques and all that good stuff for that. Straight out of Oakland, California. Just want to let you know that's where he's shouting out. Richie Rich, shout out Richie Rich. Man, me and my homeboy beat up at the time. Beat up from Sin. Shout out Beat Up from Sin. You know what I mean? We got definitely had to get a couple of their songs on here. We never could understand why didn't he rhyme that line. He said it's just an everyday task to make my getaway fast when I rob the bank for that money. Why he didn't say cash right there? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I can't speak up on the man's lifestyle or whatever, but I'm going to take it from Richie Rich when he said Loc was in his own section doing his own thing, you know what I mean, getting it how he was getting it. And he said he's very vocal in his lyrics, so I'm not saying that that's what he was doing, but that's what Richie Rich said. You get what I'm saying? He just said he was very vocal in his lyrics, you know what I mean, doing his own thing, and Rich, of course, was doing his own thing. So, Man, where D-Loc at now, we really don't know, but trust me, this is not a song that I'm going to do a lot of pausing or whatnot on because it's not as lyrically complex. Matter of fact, none of the songs was, but they were still impactful nevertheless. Richie Rich got to shine. It was a voice, and maybe because of the subject, you know, especially when he came with Sideshow or whatnot, but Loc was definitely a top lyricist as you heard at the beginning of this video. So here we go.
No shame, I ain't a fuck to the game. I'm fighting for rights, my own right. For those that are concerned, I like to say word to the motherfucker.
More power to the brothers. One thing about it though, 89, we still was on the Black Power tip, you know what I mean, on the pro-black hip-hop movement, you know what I'm saying? So he was able to implement that in here, you know what I mean? What came out first? Was it Pro Righteous Teachers, Rock This Funky Joint, or this song? I'm thinking it's this song. They both probably came out in 90, but you know, I'm just a firm believer, and we're gonna do it on the next song, show you what I'm talking about. But if you're gonna remake a song, it's got to be as good or better than the original version. So first time I really listened to the beat, I didn't know about "Slipping in the Darkness" by War. Well, I wasn't tripping off that. I didn't know where the sample came from. All I know is, to me, this song was better than Poor Righteous Teacher song. You know, argue with your auntie, your mama, whoever else. That's my feeling. That's DJ Ron's opinion. If we play this song at a party in the Bay, you know what I mean, at a hood party, this song will turn the party up more so than Rock This Funky Joint.
Cause the others just take one look and they assume I'm the crook of the neighborhood, but I'm disappointed. How
Could you rate me so low?
Cause yo, I'm more like a criminal.
I guess the difference between a crook and a criminal is more smoother, you know what I mean? That's Michael Jackson, smooth criminal, you know what I mean? So don't call me a crook, you say I'm more like a criminal.
On the loose, so if I lag, I lose. Cause every man does what he can for those dividends. Jacking, stealing, robbing, killing. That's the theme of a villain. Lifestyle as a gangster.
There you go, he just told you about the lifestyle as a gangster. His type of gangster.
Lifestyle as a gangster.
And peep the scratching in the background. They cut in his verses. You understand what I'm saying? It's good when you have some worthy verses that you could use for other songs and it makes sense in the other song. We're going to get to that song in a little bit. Of course, that's one on my list, but let's go. Second verse.
I run with a pack, cause I need them to watch my back. When police try to jack, because brutality's the number one thing to a man with a cat in the bags in the big city. I can't drive.
Already, police brutality. You know what I mean? This is after NWA's, after police. He just talking about in Oakland is the same thing going on too.
Because of sirens, I thought the signal went green, but I was wrong. I'm in the danger zone. Blue lights in the middle, so the chase is on. To the old school here where I'm known the most. Bounced out the corner like a Mac and got ghost. To my homies' house to hide out, see, cause ain't nothing better than being free.
Nothing better than being free. Shout out to OG Will, my big cousin. He say my worst day free is better than my best day locked up. Man, shout out to him. I definitely agree with that.
Lifestyle as a gangster. Yo, each morning I pray that I can earn my pay. But McDonald's got robbed, so the hell with a shot. I don't own the suit. Me arrange for an interview.
Why should I?
I'm judged by the outside. You can't judge a book by its cover, so why judge a brother like me? By the spit box.
In other words, why are you tripping off my record, off my past? Why you got to run background checks? If you'll give me a good job, I'll come to work. I'll do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So why judge a brother like me because of what I did in my past? Give me a future that's something I can ascribe to, I can reach for. I can do better then.
There's no chance for a brother man to someday paint the White House black and become president because of politics. I'm treated like doodle on a stick, but I'ma do what it takes to get rich. Use the skills I've learned from experience. When the police hit.
So he said I may not be qualified for the. He said if I get into the White House, actually, this is what he said. I'm gonna use the skills that I learned from experience. So basically, what he said is the politicians are some criminals too. So I'm gonna use the knowledge that I got from the streets. If I make it to the White House, and when the police hits, yeah, I meet our requirements.
I meet all requirements. I want things. I lie to you. I stick to the side of my homies in the hood.
And that's his word. He said that's the same thing politicians do. You get what I'm saying? They run fast. You know what I mean? They get themselves out of Dodge or whatever, or get their charges dropped or whatnot. I lie good. You know, he say he lies real good. You know what I mean? And I stick to the side of my homies in the hood. They stick to the sides of the homies in their cabinet or whatnot, allegedly.
Never could I ever be called a snitch or a coward. that's the life I devour. Lifestyle as a gangster.
Listen to this cut right here too.
Just like that.
Locals on the rampage.
Look, I already hear about this motherfucker. To the peace, shout out to the whole motherfucking nation from the phone worth the motherfucking fire.
So nah, we're not going to send a piece out. We're going to head on to the next song. You know what I mean? Again, he's saying something, although it's not the most lyrical content. Loc always has something to say. So this next song I'm about to get into, if you ever heard that before, y'all know the classic song, classic joint, Mr. Groove. All instrumental except for a little bit of talk on the talk box, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. And for him to take this beat and just flow to it, a lot of y'all probably even heard it, right? This is on the Groupie soundtrack, the Groupie single. Oh, you didn't know Groupie came out as a single too. Y'all know the song Groupie A, B-I-T-C-H. Groupie A-S-S, B-I-T-C-H. Put the lyrics right here. The name of the song right here. They came out with a single. And it had a remix. It had a radio version and both were remixes. But, it probably didn't take off because they messed the beat up. In my opinion, it should have kept the original beat. But because it's for the radio, probably because they didn't clear the sample, they had to change the beat a little bit. All right, cool. Fair enough. So that's the reason why. But when I get to that song, I'm going to give you the new verse that D-Loc put on there. For the one for the radio, they added Richie Rich on there too, and that was actually a smart move to do that, to put Richie Rich on there, so it wasn't all about D-Loc. It's about 415. You understand what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the tape was released under 415, so you'll be pressed to find it. It's on YouTube. You know what I mean? But you can also go to my channel and you can get my version because I included the lyrics on there, as you're going to see at the top of the page, all right? So the song is Mr. Groove. Remember, it was remade by, the same beat was used by, shout out to Totally Insane out of East Palo Alto, California, about 40 miles away from Oakland, California. They used it again, and I liked it. It was a dope beat. Who could argue with Ad Capone? He's got one of them voices too, and he always has something to say. You know what I mean? But to me, this was better. I just, if you're going to remake it, make it as good as better. Not to dispute Ad Capone, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, Totally Insane, direct from the Backstreets, that tape, that CD, is probably the best CD to come out of the Bay Area. It kind of goes neck and neck with the Click Down and Dirty. Reason being, why I give the nod to Totally Insane is because on the full version, 18 songs, you effed up when you slammed my mother by D-Shot. Just took the tape to another way. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, 18 songs is dope. Totally Insane don't have no fast forwards. You know what I mean? I think it's 12, maybe 15 songs. All of them dope. Intro and outro included. All right. Let's get back to the subject at hand, Mr. Groove. I'm going to start it back over for you so you can listen, you can appreciate it. And then you can go check it out on my channel too. Mr. Groove with lyrics. It's called Mr. Groove is Home by 415 lyric video.
Mr. Groove, won't you come back home?
Oh, now you know what I was talking about when I say that beat. This will make you cut a rug. Even if you don't know how to dance like me. Word to the DJs real fast. I if you could catch it and you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? When I play Mr. Groove, as particularly at an OG party, that's a 40 and up party, 45 and up party, and they grooving off of it. Oh, to extend the song, I'm throwing 415 in there. I'm throwing 415 in there. Watch what he say when it come on. It fits so good with the original song.
Time to get it going on. As long as in the pour.
Break out the champagne and pop the bubble.
You kick it with the fella that be doing it with pleasure. I can rhyme so swift cause I be driving it with clarity.
Why is this so dope? Because remember, original hip hop was all about having a lot of fun and talking about the area that you was from. So if somebody on the East Coast hear this song and they can hear, the song Sideshow, okay, that's why they getting down in Oakland. You know what I mean? Groupie, oh, that's why the women getting down in Oakland. It's not like out here, you know what I mean? Particularly in the crack area, the dope gang. You understand what I'm saying? But it's also about having fun. So he said, time to get it going on because Loc is in a party. Break out the champagne and pop the bubbly. In other words, let's keep it going. We ain't on no killing on nothing like this on this song. You know what I mean? And I'll be driving it with cleverness.
So just move to this. I pump lyrics like I'm feeling with a Uzi clip. Damn, the hitman. That's what you call me when I step into the party. Cause no doubt it's time to get loped out with hotties.
Time to get loped out with hotties. Woo! A little line from Tone Loc. You know, Tone Loc called it Lokin' on the Shaw. Called, you know what I'm saying? He used his name like that, like it was an adjective or a description of how to party, of something to do or whatever. It's an action word. It was a verb. He made it into a verb, made his name. So he's saying the same thing. We're going to get loked out with hotties in the party, though.
Move toward the stage when I flow, cause I'm a swinger. I can swing out, swing low, but I won't boast. Yo, listen up, son, it's a show. It's lights, camera,
action.
Everybody on the floor at the D-Loc show. All backs to the wall, got to G up. You ignorant and blind, better go home and change. Cause the sign said, hey, Mr. Groove is home.
That boy say, all backs to the wall, got to Geo. So in other words, if you just standing on the wall, you know what I mean? You got to go. You know what I'm saying? You're ignorant and blind because the sign said wet paint. You got to go home and change your clothes, man. Get on up out of here. The sign said wet paint. Mr. Groove is home. As a DJ, maybe I'll do that at a party one day. Put paint all over the wall so they can't stand wet. You know, my moniker, my thing is if it ain't live, it ain't me. And that's very little of that. But I'm just saying, but they do be sitting on their phone looking at videos or whatnot. Then they turn up, y'all know how y'all do. But anyway, that was what he was saying way back then. He's saying, I'm rocking this thing, so it ain't no time for all of that. You know what I'm saying? The sign said wet paint. Mr. Groove is home. Everybody like that saxophone part, so that's cool that they use that for a hook. Didn't really say too much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. DJ Daryl playing with the beat a little bit. I could rock the party on a fluke, even when I didn't mean to. He said that a fluke means I didn't mean to, but it comes out right because I'm tight. One, two. Mic check 1 2 1 2. That prepares the crowd to act the fool. Big League is a record label, you know what I mean? Big League Records. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come out, he gonna represent as the LOC and let them know I'm rolling with the big leagues. Oakland.
I don't really care what he said, but look, I'm on stage and he's out there. He ain't one of my fans, cause yo, I'm the man that rocks the pound gangster style.
Ain't that a trip how you always have a hater in the crowd? You know what I'm saying? And he's saying that he rapping and talking about how he's out of Oakland. So I don't really care what he said, but look, I'm on stage and he's out there. So in other words, what he said don't even matter. He said even Hammer couldn't touch. When I rip it up, Hammer couldn't touch this. So of course MC Hammer was around at the time. He said I'm harder than a nail and quick dry cement. You can't sit down in the dancing zone. You gotta get on the floor and rock your body. Rock your body. Rock your body. Remember, this is available. It's something to ride to. It's that mob music. How you doing? 75 and a 55, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of them songs that's lit. I'm living lavish. That was their word. Early in the dope gang, you know what I mean? They were saying, hey, it's money to be made in this game, you know what I'm saying? And living large was the East Coast thing. He said, I'm living lavish. They had a song called Lavish on that album. Make sure you go back and go to YouTube and listen to that 415 album, man. It's still a classic. Still got some good music on there. We're going to go through a couple of songs from there, but you understand what I'm saying? My DJ's hands. I be tearing it up. You can't get enough of the way that I sway and strut the turn when my DJ play. See, I'm equipped for this, cause I'm a lyricist, and I was born with the gift to drop hits. I don't mind no jungle, I just stumble over here to dance to tumble on the MIC. No position ain't up here. Let me go back, cause it's a youngster out there that need to hear this. It's a youngster out there that need to hear this. And I was born with the gift to drop hits. I don't mind no jungle, I just stumble over here to dance to tumble on the MIC. No position ain't. That boy said, I don't mumble or jumble. I just stumble over he that dares to fumble the mic. There's the fumble of MIC. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, bringing back real lyricism, putting the spotlight on real lyricism. All that mumble rap and everything, this was in 89, 90 when he dropped this. So he's saying that mumble and jumble on the MIC, you know what I mean? I'll stumble over you. I'll step over you. You know what I mean? You done fumbled the mic. I'm stepping over you. You know what I mean? Richie Rich said on Don't Do It, you had a chance, but you blew it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. They knew they both were some lyricists. They both had something to say.
So let me make it clear, you need to leave it alone, Mr. Cruz.
Something to dance to. They could have faded it out, but they didn't do that. Something, get your Smurf on. Won't you come back home? Now this next song, I alluded to it already. Actually, I'm gonna say that one. I'm gonna save that one. Let's talk about this song. This is one of the hood favorites right here. This is about the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because so many can relate to what he's saying on here. You get what I'm saying? I posted this song 2 weeks ago in lieu of this video, so I could just use mine with the lyrics and everything. 75 views, that's cool, that's cool. They're going to be looking for it over the years, you know what I'm saying? It's because, again, it's just a whole classic. Why 415 took their music off of Spotify is beyond me. I had both their albums locked in so I could ride and listen to it. And again, that 415 album, straight up classic. And that second side of the new brothers on the new N-words on the block, it's also classic. Got some great joints on there, right? But this one right here, though, just gives the idea when you're somebody from your neighborhood and you're known in your town or whatnot. And Oakland is a big enough city where you could just be famous just in Oakland, and that would be all right for a lot of people. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people from Richmond who were that way too. Ain't never really been outside of Richmond. They just all they know is they hood and maybe a few other spots in the city, but they just stay hood famous. You know what I'm saying? Don't even the Golden Gate Bridge or whatever, only cross it because they was going somewhere, but wasn't really tripping. You know what I mean? Don't even go out and go see the stuff that needs to be seen because it's all right there in their neighborhood, you know what I mean? But most of us did go to Oakland. Oakland is the culture hub of the Bay Area of the Bay Area of California. The San Francisco Bay Area of California. San Francisco is the most known city, but Oakland is the culture hub of the Bay. It all goes down in Oaktown, you know what I'm saying? Especially when we was growing up, sideshows and all that kind of stuff was just it. So if you were in Oakland and then you knew somebody, especially some brothers from Oakland, or you definitely was political. You know what I mean? You was a hood politician, what do you want to call it? You know what I'm saying? But you were definitely somebody. So that's the subject of this next song right here. He just saying, it ain't all about what I'm doing, everything. They just jock me. You know what I mean? The N-words just jock me. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Again, it's on my page. I made the lyric video for the song. It's gonna kick in right here. And it's just him hanging out. Folks is hollering at him. And the police officer gonna come over. Why all these people know you like this? Who are you to be known like this? So this first verse, he talking to the police officer. Start right here. As if I was Goldie. Remember, he's from Oakland, California. The movie The Mac was filmed in Oakland, California. So he said to the policeman, they just jocked me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really tripping off of it, though. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take this momentum and I'm finna Mac to the world as if I was Goldie. Like the movie. I never condone that. I don't know if he just said it because it rhymed or whatever. But what he's saying is, I'd knock you out because I box like a champion. But I won't trip if you miss it, though. You know what I'm saying? If I miss you. You know what I mean? If you duck and try to miss one, I'm gonna come back with a shotgun. I don't agree with that. One-on-one fade. You know what I mean? Winner takes all. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? They don't need no guns or nothing like that. They need all that. But anyway, let's go.
Excuse me, miss, I'm the motherfucking low. I don't give a shit about your nigga. I put a trigger on his ass, spit on the pump, then laugh.
The females can get it, and if her dude got something to say, he'll do what he just said he'll do. Spit on him and then laugh.
Yeah, another day, another nigga. What the fuck? One more sucker to fight the ducks. Now I'm on the gangster tip, straight with.
You heard it in that lifestyle as a gangster. Now I'm on the gangster tip, straight ruthless. So this is where it came from. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's where it came from. Again, just it was dope in this song, and it's dope when he brought it back when they rehashed it for the other song.
You gotta catch me to arrest me, 'cause yo, I hold a grudge on a nigga with a bigger club. I'm a die boy, that's my job. Straight out niggas, they try to get what I got.
And again, same thing, police brutality and everything else, you know what I'm saying? So, I hold a grudge against the police, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying.
They don't understand what I'm saying, man. Mr. Police, niggas just a job.
I remember you spit raps on the court, man.
Nigga, I ain't never talking about
That was the line. Fool, I had a red line. That's Richie Rich's voice. He said, man, I remember I seen you back on the Mongoose back in the day. He's like, dude, I had a red line. Like, get out of here. You know what I mean? And then first when that was Jed's voice, he said, I remember you used to spit raps on the corner for money. And he said, man, I ain't never seen you in my life. Both could be true as far as that goes. You know what I'm saying? Next verse. And if you know anything about DJ Ron, I love introspective rappers when you tell me a little about yourself when you're saying your song over a tight beat. You know what I'm saying? So here he go. Give you a little dose of who he is.
Dion's the name that was given to me, but I'm D-Loc. When I chill with the pops, show respect to a brother that's a Mac, and if you don't, me and the homies are just rap.
So now he is a Mac. That's what he's saying now. You know what I mean? And if not, we're going to Rap Pack. Ice Cube and the NWA is the first ones to introduce the term Rap Pack. You know what I mean? What that mean? I mean, you getting jumped by him and the homies. You know what I mean? If not, we in a just Rap Pack. You get what I'm saying? So, here go another snippet. That was on that first song, Lifestyle as a Gangster.
Motherfuckers know Loc is on the rampage.
Woo! They know Loc is on the rampage.
And a duck when I bust my 12 gang. I might move on a fool with a small gat. Lounge in the cut, 50 slipping in jack.
Why is that important? Because he said, when I bust my 12 gauge is big. He said, but I might move on a fool with a small gat. You know, you can have a Glock 17 in them days, you know what I'm saying? A little 380 or something like that, that fit in your pocket, you know what I mean? Lounge in the cut, catch you slipping and jack you. You get what I'm saying? So now he going to skip to the next part where he done it already, you know what I mean? So it's almost like a movie unfolding, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I either lounge in the cut, caught you slipping and jack you.
I just came up like a genius, fat Vincent, with foes and sneakers. Hit the strip slamming, groupie ass bitch. See all the hoes thinking it's time to get pussy. Hey kid, you right there.
Tell your friend behind you.
To come over here.
That's real game, right? I don't want you, I want the other girl over there. Tell your friend behind you to come over here.
Get with a real man. Stop playing with a book.
Only chumps drive mini trucks. I wish I could find a picture of a mini truck, exactly what he's talking about. But back in the day, so they had the little small little pickup trucks that they would lower them, throw some little rims on it, maybe some Iki, some BBS or something like that, something clean, throw a little beat in the back, and even chop the top on them. You know what I'm saying? Well, Loc is saying that's punk stuff, though. He's saying only chumps drive mini trucks, though. You know what I mean? And if you get offended by that, here's what he got for you.
You got a feeling, boy, don't sleep. You feel like a fraud, then leave. Step to me if you want to, but be sure that you got an attitude and a ooze in the back. Niggas don't trip when I shoot you. Mr. Police, niggas just job.
They don't. If you're a real one, you ain't gonna trip when I shoot Gip. And, you know what I'm saying? And Mr. Police, because I do it, and they know I'm real about it, they just jock me.
What's up,
I ain't selling no more. I'm making records now.
I'm from the open streets, it's no peace. The 415 on the job, we take live to see. You might think you can get with me.
Continue that last verse. Make sure you got an Uzi and an attitude to back you. He said, we don't job, we take lives. See, you might think that you could get with me. Next verse, but Durrell's in the back with a submachine.
Girls in the back with a submachine.
DJ Durrell.
Niggas get offended when I play this, but you gotta give me credit 'cause I'm so dedicated.
I'm dedicated. What does he mean? He's so dedicated to what? What is he talking about? You got to give me credit because I'm so dedicated.
I don't fret, this is from the heart. Even disagrees, D-Loc, but just stop.
That's what he's dedicated to doing. You know what I'm saying? If you disagree, just stomp him.
That's the routine. I don't give a fuck. Niggas jock, 'cause that's the name of this clip. So I expect that from young comrades. They get mad, but they can't do shit about it. Going out like suckers. Stupid motherfuckers got dicks, but they cry like bitches or snitches. Or snitches and bitches, yo. You know the solo?
Richie Rich kicked it. Yeah, Richie Rich came tight with that one though. That was the other song that was on there. So you had the little tape where it had Court in the Street. Ooh, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, we're gonna end this video with his verse, the iconic verse from Court in the Street. Hands down, one of the dopest verses to come out of the 80s out of the Bay. All right, we're gonna end it with that. So you had Court in the Street, which was Rich and Loc together, but then you had Groupie, which had Loc on there. That was his song. That was his solo. And then you had Snitches and BITCHs. Because I don't cuss no more. You know, don't judge me. I won't judge you. But anyway, he had that, and that was Richie Rich solo song on that tape. The first tape that came out by 4 and 5.
Really get what I'm saying, Rich. Mr. Police. Niggas just jock. Look, that's the rock. Make me look young. This shit becoming real on black. You know what I'm saying?
I missed the point on that one. So basically what he's saying was the ones that agree with this, you know what I'm saying, they cry like BITCHs or snitches and BITCHs. If you don't know what I mean by that, you just listen to the solo. Richie Rich kicked it. He told you what it means on that. You know what I'm saying? That's what Loc just said. So I'm going back just a little bit so we can go forward.
Going out like suckers. Stupid motherfuckers got dicks.
But they cry like snitches and bitches. Yo, you know the solo. Richie Rich kicked it.
But they don't really get what I'm saying, Rich. Mr. Police. Niggas just jock. Look, that's the rock. Make me look young. This shit becoming real on black. You know what I'm saying? Duck you pigeon. Hanging like a chicken.
Nice talking to the snitches, and you know what I mean. When he started off by saying "duck you pigeon," he's referring to stool pigeons, which is also another word for snitching, right? That's a stool pigeon, right? Now he pecking like a chicken, cause I'm dogging yo. You know what I'm saying? You jealous of me because I'm dogging yo. So let's go back, cause I know a lot of people all in. Loc string these lyrics together like it could have been just one verse. You know what I'm saying? And he could have said the same thing. It'd be saying the same thing, but he broke it up into different verses and let other people, they jocking him in between each verse.
Snaking on a brother 'cause I'm dogging your bitch. I'm not as big as you, so you can think you can fuck over me with your black 'cause I'm strapped.
Hey, that was a great equalizer. Pistols, like Dre say, a gap make any civilized. You know what I'm saying? So just because I'm not as big as you, 5'7", you know what I mean? I'm not as big as you, so you think that you could punk over me, but you're whack because I'm strapped.
Always pack a nine, you know. 5'7", a one-man band. If I can't handle it, in other words, a double team, I step off and step back with a posse.
Real fast. I got jumped one time in my life where I knew I wasn't at fault or nothing like that. 3 cats, they jumped me. And the reason why is because I was with 2 of my homeboys one day. And we went to this cat house, right? Not too far from our school. I'm not going to say where it is, but if you know, you know. And it was not the Manor. Just saying that, from Richmond. No animosity towards this dude to this day. You know what I'm saying? This is 30 years ago. 32 years, 33 years, years ago. But here's what happened. So apparently this boy, I didn't even know, this boy owed my folks some money. You know what I'm saying? So my folks knock on the door. He let us in, thinking it's all gravy and everything. My boy jamming about his money. He ain't got it. All right. My boy put hands on him. One-on-one. To the point to where he had him in a lock to where his arm was jammed behind his back and he was like hurting. You know what I mean? He couldn't do nothing. He looking at us like, get him off me. He breaking my arm. I'm like, man, yeah, hey, it's a one-on-one, bro. Like, you know what I mean? What we supposed to do? So a couple of weeks later, I'm working at Hilltop Mall in Richmond. Rest in peace, Hilltop Mall. That was the mall for the Bay. And for other people, I would go to other malls though to get my clothes. I didn't want what everybody else had. You know what I'm saying? I always dress a little different. You know what I mean? I have my own flavor and whatnot. So anyway, I'm working at the mall And these brothers, they see me at my job or whatever, and they confront me. You know what I'm saying? He got his boys with him, and he confront me. I heard you said you whipped my whatever line off top, right? You ain't never heard that because I ain't said it. I ain't touched you. Next thing I know, he take off on me. Him and his two boys, they mobbed me. All right, cool. You know, they mobbed me, and I just couldn't understand why. So I goes to the back, and I'm hitting beepers. Beep, 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 beep. 911, 911, 911. So here come my folks. Whoop, pull up. You know what I mean? Shout out C Clockers, shout out Dale, shout out Big Young Chewy, rest in peace. Shout out D Farrell from the Hilltop Green, and shout out See the World. All right, so I hit them all up. Bam, they come through. So we ride through their neighborhood late night, slamming Mac Dre too hard for the radio. Nobody outside, nothing. We in the cut, sliding. Nobody outside, nowhere. Why the next day, these cats back at the mall again? But this time they didn't see me, but I saw them through the mirrors. Instant replay. Beep, 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 beep. I'm hitting all beepers. Once again, they there. Instantly. So they come into my job, and then we all go outside because, you know, the bus stop at McDonald's, that was where everybody, that was the spot. Like, that was, during the week, for high school kids, that was the sideshow. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no car or whatever, but you hang out that McDonald's, that bus stop there. Even if your bus ain't coming there, you hang out there till you know your bus, and you got to go to the other bus stop, then whatever. The spot. It was the show. So here we go. There's a few people outside. I ain't trip off that. I walk up to him, so he reaches to his coat like, "What you want? You want some phone?" I said, "Nah, we finna get it up 1-on-1 right here." Did it, handled my business. You know what I'm saying? Until he was tired. You know what I'm saying? And I out of there on him. You know what I mean? And I never will forget. My boy Dury said, "Man, go on, Ronald. You handled your business." You know what I mean? Anybody know Dury? Y'all know how he was. "You handled your business, Ronald." Just like that. All right, cool. And that was that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no problem with them cats never no more. You know what I'm saying? So it don't always take pistols, but you know, once you get with them, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know what I mean? I think that's why I have respect with my peers, because I would handle my business. And you know what I'm saying? They probably had a newfound respect too. One of them cats, I saw him on Facebook. He looking kind of suspect though. Like, he like dudes now, you know what I mean? Or whatever. I don't know. The other cat, I don't know where he at. The third one, I didn't even know him, but it is what it is, was what it was. Get back to the song. In the hotel. You gotta be strong. Shout out to the Lord for bringing me 51 years. You know what I'm saying? I can even tell that story. But like you said, it's oftentimes that's what happened though. You get into it with somebody, they started something and they can't finish, and they want to be the first ones to call the police. You get what I'm saying? That's what Loc saying on this right here. You know what I mean? What comes next? A 1-round beatdown to the treetops in the Oaktown. Must be fun. Just wait. I'm finna act a fool when I hit the thing. I don't smoke them all. So once again, D-Loc, like I said, it's not that he's the most lyrical, but he's very relatable. To whereas he talked his talk. And what can we say? Everybody in the Bay, hey, we have much respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had much respect for him. So, look, remember when he said, now I just came up like a genius. Fat Benzo with Vogues and Zeniths. Hit the script, Slim and Groupie. If you knew the words of that song, you know that's where I'm going next. If you knew the words of that song, that's where I'm going next. So, look. This is a little remix that I made, and I'm gonna keep it. But well, you know what? We're gonna just let it go. So we're gonna start off original, but y'all finna notice something different. And just again, this is what Loc really showed his skills, his lyrical skills. The way DJ Duro chopped this beat up. Every time I try to mix it in with Brick House by the Commodores, it don't work because DJ Duro took the beat and made it his own. I don't know nobody else even rapped over that beat. If y'all know somebody that rapped over that Brick House beat, y'all let me know. But DJ Duro, shout out to him, man. I salute the king, man. You know what I'm saying? For the way he chopped this beat up. And Loc literally ate on that. That's what the youngster said now, that he ate when he on this right here. So we're going to go ahead and get it started. I'm sure it's gonna be some pausing and whatnot because it's a reaction. I'll put the video at the end of this video, or you can just go to my channel, watch the lyric video for yourself if you want to see something again. I may or may not put it at the end of this video. We're gonna see. But yeah, bonus coverage. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? Here we go. 415 Groupie.
Yo, man, what we gonna talk about next? Man, you know
Richie
what?
Rich.
I think we should talk about these groupie ass bitches, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, Jay, guess who I seen the other day?
Oh,
Man, that bitch we seen up at that picnic, the one who's camping when she was down with Bobby Brown. Yeah, man, I seen it the other day, man, down on the track. And guess what? Jocking the go kick spins.
it's a trip how that brothers really be talking like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame the girl wishing bad luck on this album. She's so mad she wishing bad luck on this album before it come out. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, but I seen her last week and she was jocking the gold kick spins. What's gold kick spins? He talking about the rims on the Cutlass. You know what I mean? Or whatever car he had. I think he was Fossil 5.0 back then. But that's what he's talking about. The gold ones, the Daytons, the Zeniths, more than likely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Groupies.
Put some out for these fun bitches and let them know what time it is, man.
Yeah, it's like this. When a bitch fuck with a young man like me, I treat her like shit.
Ow!
I once knew a bitch that took me for a joke. Jumped on the dick because she thought I was tone. But that's a no-no. Oh, the name's D-Loc.
Remember I mentioned Tone Loc earlier. He said she jumped on my tip because she heard he was a rapper, but she thought I was Tone Loc. And I said, no, my name is D-Loc. Ah. Loc was raw. Loc was raw. Don't worry, I'm going to play the whole verse for you. You know, I know most of y'all ain't heard this before. DJ Ron exclusive. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's what he said.
Place like that, a bitch like you smoke. Don't get me wrong now. I can be nice, but since you play me for a sucker, I prefer to be fine.
Remember, he said he treated like SHIT. So he said mistakes like that, mistaking me for Tone Loc, could get a girl like you smoked. Don't get me wrong now. I could be nice, but since you play me for a sucker, I prefer to be violent.
So on the strip, oh, check this. I laugh at your ass because you bring it from all over. Meet me at the dressing room and wear a skirt. Homies, you can come to what
I'm going first.
What, how, you ain't with it.
Don't give me that.
Shit, get up, get down for the door, pal. Cause you's a creepy ass bitch.
Woo! Dope intro, man. Dope intro. I'm gonna let it go. I ain't gonna say nothing. Well, I'll put it like this. I'm not gonna pause it. I'll put it like that. All right. A lot of y'all first time hearing it. Here we go again.
Like you smoke, don't get me wrong. But that's a no-no. Like me, I treat her like shit. Once knew a bitch that took me for a joke. Jumped on the dick because she thought I was tone. But that's a no-no. Oh, the name's D-Loc. Mistakes like that, a bitch like you smoke. Don't get me wrong now. I can be nice, but since you play me for a sucker, I prefer to be fine. So on the strip, oh, check this. I laugh at your ass because you bring it from all over. Meet me at the dressing room and wear a skirt. Homies, you can come to but I'm going first. What, how, you ain't with it. Don't give me that shit. Get up, get down for the door, pal. Cause you's a creepy ass bitch.
Homies, you can come too, but I'm going first. Come on, D-Loc.
You know the silly bitches I don't like. The Michael Jordan new edition, give her the stars. I used to have one with ass like a whale tail. Wanted to get on my team cause a nigga had hair.
Whale tails is real big and wide and whatnot. That was just a very graphic description. He said she had a tail like a whale tail.
Those that don't know, male means one. But no, I don't pay for pussy, honey. I might do the pimpin' if you can do the dishes.
I might do the pimping if you could do the dishing. You know what I mean? If you could pay me, I might do the pimping. You get what I'm saying? Because stacking up dollars, and I'm finna say it now because all these years I really didn't know what he said until like a year ago. You know, don't judge me. He said, but stacking up dollars is my number one religion. That's his number one religion, according to him.
And up dollars is my number one religion. In this society in which we're living, if you're gonna have a bitch, you got to be spinning. So to the ladies on the PS tip, sing along, fellas.
He's just a groupie.
Bitch.
And that was in '89. It is what would Loc say now if he was to bring this song out nowadays? Oh my goodness, you gotta have 6 figures to get with her and everything. She don't want Cheesecake Factory. She need a $4,000 a week allowance so she can get her nails and done and everything else. And the dudes is going for it, making them more and more empowered. It is harder and harder these days in the black community to have our unity. A single man and a single woman to get together because they prognosis, their thought process is way different from one another. You get what I'm saying? This is in '89. Nowadays, wow.
That's it. Let them hoes know.
D-Loc.
Peep this out. I got with a bitch about a month ago.
She ain't called me yet.
And I know when she beat the video.
That's what he mean by groupies. When you see me, when you peep the video, yeah. Check out the Dilemma of a Good Man. Of a good one. It's another podcast I have. Dilemma of a Good One. It's one of the topics when we're talking about that kind of thing. You know what I mean? When they see you rolling clean or whatnot. Now they really ready to holler. But at the same time, I'm the same dude I was back then. What's the change about me then to now? So I know when she see the video, she gonna be trying to get at me.
You trying to get with me? But why don't you tell a punk ass bitch like that? Don't even call. I played you like a foul ball. In a month or two, you'll be through. Scheming on my label for a story or a fame. You just call the papers and nothing can say. We used to be together on a 9 to 5. But when I stopped spending money, you stopped spending time. It's sort of like a game, so the story goes. I was once told, you'll be what you sow.
Shout out to DJ Duro one more time, y'all. One more time. That scratching like they did on Roxanne, just scratching with the lyric. Tip, 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 nothing can say. This right here is a Bay Area classic, y'all. We can't let the classics fall through the cracks. Timeless classic right here. This is why I got down to Snoop and everything else. It was 415 and like this that got, that's why we had 213 and everything else. But he says, you just caught the vapors and nothing can save you. And me, as far as me and myself, I don't want to be around nobody with the vapors. They make me sick. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be sick.
Truth, let me phrase this thing. Suck my dick, cause I ain't taking the stories, the lies, the alibis. They say I'm only 19, but I'm living the life.
That's what crack era did for us. 19 years old, you say, I'm only 19, but I'm living a life. If I was to say this now, at the age of 19, I was living a life. He said, I'm only 19, but I'm living the life.
So to the girlies out there, I can't get with me. Let's come again.
You're just a groupie. Before Ice Cube dropped it. Shout out to anybody that can tell me where that sample came from. Just another freak for the trues and vogues. Put it in the comment section. Let me know, and then you get the next request. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to review that song, and he got one more song I'm probably going to touch on because I wasn't a big fan of his. However, them two songs was dope. The one was on the radio, and then you got the tape. You know, most songs that got on the radio made you go buy the tape, and then you got the tape, and it was that song that came on after the song that was on the radio that was dope. Everything else was, just wasn't even my flavor. You know what I'm saying? So, whoever it is, put it in the comments. Let me know what song you want me to run through. It don't matter what song it is, whether I like it or not. I'm going to go through it, and we're going to hit them lyrics.
The subject of this object, if you object, is to get my point across as clear and correct.
I wrote this song just to let all these women know. I got to get my point across as clear as correct. I'm rapping this song, I'm doing this song just to get my point across as clear and correct. Maybe they get some get right about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell them how I feel, tell them how men feel, as clear and correct.
As I can get when I'm talking this shit, therefore I must ensure explicit lyrics like shit, bitch. Fuck with this. Put your motherfucking stinking ass pussy on my dick. Ride it like a jockey in a horse race. You better get buck wild before I blush you with a fucking flame.
A jockey in a horse race. I think that's clear enough for anybody that ever seen horse racing. You know, our grandparents, that was where to get their money on, was going to the racetrack betting on the horses. Y'all know how the little jockeys ride the, bouncing up and down as a jockey in a horse race, bouncing up and down. When he's saying that's what she better come do to me. You know what I'm saying? Ride it like a jockey in a horse race. You better get bug wild. If you don't get bug wild, he gonna knock her in her face though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't condoning domestic violence. You know what I mean? Like my boy Corrupt said in '96, I think it was, you can't beat them in California, they'll call the cops on you. You know what I mean? And then I think that's nationwide now, but back then, it was all good.
I ain't soft on a bitch, I'm quite mean. Fucking up the doggy style with no grease.
Peace to the homies, if you know what I'm saying. And if you don't understand, you're not a man. You're just a hound, lounging around, waiting to sniff some dead presidents. That was the bar of the song right there. Woo, when he said that. He said, if you don't understand this, you can't get with this. If you don't understand, then you're not a man. You're just a hound that's lounging around, waiting to sniff some dead presidents. You just wait for your check to come in the mail or whatever. You ain't about it like how we are. You know what I'm saying? You're not out here trying to get it. You know what I mean? You just a hound lounging around. That's why I understand a lot of bums who just live with women nowadays or whatever, just wait for her to get paid and then come home and take care of him like a little baby or whatnot. You know what I mean? I never understood that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just don't understand that. I mean, it's one thing to be down in your luck, you know what I'm saying, like for real. But that's people that make a lifestyle out of that, you know what I mean? And just live to have her give him everything he want and need. I learned a long time ago that if you let a woman make you can let her break you too. You know what I'm saying? She get mad or whatnot, tired of your stuff, you know what I mean? You sitting at home playing PlayStation all day while she out there working and everything else, you got to go. Even if it's 32 below, out of her house. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, we got to get our business together. We got to handle our business. We got to be right about our get right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to tell you.
I know the sex was just a collect. Man, I tell you.
We get no respect.
Things can change if we do it our way. You see, in 89, a bitch was made to slay. So homies for the last time, use your mind. Get a grip, boss, and like a pimp.
In other words, come up on your own where you don't need her, she wants you. You know what I'm saying? And like a pimp, tell her to back off.
Let her back off, cause she's a ass bitch.
She's the one. Built like an Amazon. How he chopped this up, I have no idea. As I sip my tea. Ow. This is on the album version. The single ain't faded out by now. I guess DJ DjRon just wanted to keep that song going. He really should have got an award for that one too. So look, before I even let that song go, I hope y'all feeling this. I hope you liking this half as much as I like just breaking down these songs. Just going back into my early years, you know what I mean, my young adult years and everything else. That's what we were slapping, this Bay Area music. This music like this is the reason why, you know, we listened to Big Daddy Kane, second album, the third album a little bit, but we had our own thing going on, you know what I mean? This is more of our life. This is what we saw going on. This is what we was living. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what we was connected to. You get what I'm saying? So before I get to this last song, which is actually probably my favorite, I don't know. It's out of this. Lifestyle was tight too. You get what I'm saying? Groupie is tight. And then Mr. Groove is on because of the sample. I like that. But as far as an original beat, as far as I know of, you know what I mean? I don't know where you got it from. This right here was my mob song. This is one that would calm me down and help me to express how I was feeling because I used to do 95 on the freeway with this right here. In and out of traffic, just rolling to this right here. What he's saying is he knew he was a dope MC. As I labeled this is the most underrated rapper from the Bay. I'm giving you your props, D-Loc, wherever he may be. I heard he's still staying in the Bay somewhere. And he knew it. And Rich name was the one that was blasted everywhere though. You know what I'm saying? Richie Rich. For whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? So when he came with this album right here, Richie Rich wasn't on that album because Richie Rich had did some time in jail. And he actually, if you go back and look at the rest of that Sway video, that's at the very beginning of this video, you'll see why he wasn't messing with 415 at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? So D-Loc picked somebody else who sounded like Rich, but didn't flow like Rich, and he definitely wasn't as deep as Rich. You know what I mean? No shade on Brother Broski, but that's just how we took it though. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a poor man's Richie Rich, you know, and that's no pun intended. He had a song called Poor Man's Dream. I actually like that song, Brother Broski. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, D-Loc really felt like he had to prove himself. You know what I mean? He felt like he didn't get the propers that he deserved for that last song because, truth be told, that probably was the best solo on that album. You know what I'm saying? That might have been, call it what you want to, is the best song of them together. 415 is one that's most slept on, though. They was flowing on that, too. But that solo was better than even the side show. Matter of fact, on the side show, Richie Rich said he was listening to D-Loc Groupie. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, baby, that ain't me. You listen to the sounds of the LOC, the same clique, the 415. We make papers. So anyway, yeah, just so you understand, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about this song right here, right? How do I know he's talking about that? Because that was D-Loc's group. That was his solo choice. I told you that. And by the time 415 came out, he rapped the song Sideshow. Only thing he could be listening to was a solo joint. Groupie. Duh. There you go. Sideshow the Cypher. So on this one right here, he just saying, I need my props. You get what I'm saying? And then he finna let you know why he feel that way.
Hey, yo, DJ, check us out. What up? I'm finna shoot this shit out to all them punk motherfuckers they wanna give me mine, you know what I'm saying? This year I'm taking what the fuck I own.
He said it. This year, 1991, I'm taking what I own.
So like you said, then I traded image of being the store, so love is the name. Then I chose the game of fame, so those that are nameless, I blame this to be the
R, the E, the A, the S, the O, the N. So who it was that's dissing him, I don't know. I wasn't that deep into the streets where I can understand that they talking about D-Loc or whatever. So, but he's saying, because you ain't got no name, and I'm up there, that's the R, the E, the A, the S, the O, the N. The reason that you even thought about dissing.
You even thought about this. A fatal mistake, therefore I must display a scope of live to a rhythm that DJ Girl play.
So therefore I must display a scope to your lips. Like I'm shooting at your mouth. To a rhythm that DJ Durrell made.
Allow me to get funky. As for the public, I be pulling up the beat and y'all be frontin' like you didn't even notice me. But this time I'ma keep mine. I put an album out in 89, 415. Ever since I've been striving to be a motherfucking giant.
So not only did he put out Groupie, but he remixed it, and I told you how it wasn't as good as the original because they changed the beat. You can go find it for yourself and listen to it. It just wasn't that raw beat or whatever. So he said, I've been striving to be a giant. You know what I mean? Now I'm on a lifetime journey now, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on a lifetime journey, so I became a dedicated MC to earn money. Nothing's gonna stop D-Loc from making hit records and being number one on the charts. So
It was on Priority Records. And this song was done on Priority Records. He said, so now, because he was rolling with the big leagues for real. Not just the label big leagues, but the big leagues. Priority was the big leagues. At that time, they had NWA, they had Eazy-E, they had Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? The big leagues, particularly for the West Coast. I don't know who they had on the East Coast, because remember I told you, West Coast was where it's at. You either was rocking with Jive or you was with Priority, which may have been the same thing, but I don't think so. No, they wasn't. Priority was different. So it's either Jive for the Bay or Priority. Shortening was with Jive, they was with Priority. Cube and them, they was all with Priority.
let this be a lesson. Jealousy is a weak weapon against me.
Jealousy is a weak weapon against me because you jealous me, that's weak. You know what I'm saying?
I got too much soul for hard to go that I'm federal. That's why you never heard me on the radio.
And I'm federal. You know what I mean? In other words, he couldn't really put himself out there because, he probably was warning and whatnot. That's why he's saying federal. That's why you never heard me on the radio or see me on the TV. Like Ice Cube said, you know what I mean? Paranoia of surveillance, phobia of cameras. You know what I mean? Hey, only Loc know what he was doing at that time. He didn't want to be seen on TV.
Or see me on TV because they say that a video might be deceiving. And since I rap reality, I'm bypassed. But I don't dodge for sell I just laugh.
And since I rap reality, I'm bypassed. At that time, rap had a big variety. It wasn't all about just gangster stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or reality raps. Like I said, you had the poor righteous teachers back then. You had political rap. You had kid and play party raps and everything else. So since I rap reality and y'all don't really know who I am and ain't see me in a video nothing like that, I'm bypassed. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't sell out though. You know what I'm saying? That's why you say but I don't vouch for sellouts. I just laugh.
Now I gotta read shit critical and despicable. The motherfuckers really don't hear me though. Run to the one-man Rambo. That's me. Send a shot to my old school pops. I wanna say hello.
Remember when he said 5'7", a one-man Rambo? You know what I mean? That's me. I'm sending a shout to my old school posse. I want to say hello even though I'm from the ghetto tip.
I'm from the ghetto shit. Who is the check kind of mellow? Anyway, let me say fuck the rest that didn't bless me. When I let the streets up with Groupie. Now I'm on the come.
So anyway, let me say bump the rest. He said F the rest, but you know what I'm saying. That didn't bless me when I lit the streets up with Groupie because the streets was on fire. It was one of them songs back then that everybody was listening to. Everybody was slapping. And it sounded like it was just a beat and somebody was talking on the phone over the beat. You know what I mean? The way they had that reverb and everything on there, it just was, I remember very well. I lived on the main strip in my town. For those that's from Oakland and everything that y'all listen to this, first of all, peace to the O, you know what I'm saying? And then those from Frisco that's listening to this, Shout out to 3rd Street. Shout out to Frisco in general. But 3rd Street is a strip that I could think of, that I could imagine how y'all was getting down out there in the O is the Foothill / MacArthur Strip. How y'all was getting down in Vallejo probably was Sonoma. You know what I'm saying? In Richmond, Cutting Boulevard was a strip. So I've sat there all day and all night, and I could see different cars going up and down the street, and everybody's car was just like a jersey. You know what I'm saying? Just by looking at the car, I could tell tell them who they was and what team they played for, i.e., what neighborhood they was from. You get what I'm saying? A lot of them cars in 89, 90 was listening to that 415. You understand what I'm saying? So. But anyway, let me say the rest that they blessed me when I lit the streets up with Groupie. Now I got another album on the comeback doing that. Bound to Pop, now that's real. So here's the deal. So y'all was talking about me and everything else. If I don't get what's coming to me, I'm coming for all of y'all. That's basically what he's saying. And with this song, he's doing so.
So there it is, you know what I'm saying? D-Loc is in the motherfucking house. Once again, kicking more shit than ever. Yo, bro, check these ballistics, Jimmy. It's me.
Hella all the sin.
Giving up the real to all the queers that don't believe in me.
He said to all the queers that don't believe. I'm giving them the real to all the queers that don't believe in me.
Listen, it's like this. On the strip, I'm about to go to you gotta hit it.
And it's crazy because I believe the next song on the album was that Rock the Funky Joint beat. You know what I mean? But to keep it lit, you got to hit it. So in other words, you got to have the tape, you know what I'm saying? And you understand what I'm saying when I say I rock a funky joint. Remember, Lifestyle is Gangster came out on a single tape, but then they put it on this album too, and they even dropped the video. So you can go peep the video for yourself. Lifestyle is Gangster by 415. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're talking to that ain't going to do it. You know what I mean? I know that you're scared to spit in the same pot you just pissed in. That you just peed in. The same thing you said, you selling wolf tickets, basically. You know what I mean? I know that you're scared to spit in the same pot you just pissed in. This is my joint right here. I'm here to get props so I won't stop talking about those that boycott the rhymes that I drop. I'm on y'all next. Get what I'm saying? It's Kendrick v. Drake. Way back then, though. Whoever Drake was, we didn't know. But he was coming for him. Everybody father should say that. Every father should say that to their kids. Get your props, kid. Get your respect, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want your money in your pocket. You know what time it is for Ella to sing. So next time you hear a funky round coming from me, you'll know. You know what I mean? I'm about this title, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna be repping my title. I'm claiming my title. You know what I'm saying? You'll know what time it is with Ella to see. And I don't even want to shine a light on what I done and everything else, but I had to just to prove and just let you know that I've been doing this.
Hey, you know I'll be packed. So next time I get a naked up spots, I'm getting everything up in the motherfucking place, starting with your face and won't miss shit with the AK.
Whew. He said, next time I get a negative response, I'm gadding. I ain't going to be talking no more. I'm gadding. Everything up in the place, start with your face. It won't miss with the AK. Was he serious? Was he serious? I don't know, but this is my line right here. This is the line. Everybody know this song? No. This was the line.
It's called eliminating excess weight when I'm off 08.
It's called eliminating excess weight. All I'm doing by knocking your head off your shoulders is eliminating excess weight when I'm off 08 and potent dank. Not just some dank, not just some weed, but potent dank. That was my line right there. That was my line. Let me go back. We almost done, y'all. We almost done.
It's called eliminating excess weight when I'm off 08 and potent dank. Add the bank 2 or 3 to the grill. Piece for the suspect is 6.
At the bank, I caught 2 or 3. I forgot what he said because once I put these lyrics together, I figured out that last part.
2 or 3 to the grill. Piece for the
At the bank, the peeps 2 or 3, and I caught him sleep. Caught him slipping caught him sleep. So stay deceased. I don't know what he's talking about, if it's a true story or not. You know what I mean? But he definitely, you know what I'm saying? Let's go back and we're going to look at these lyrics.
Add the bank 2 or 3 to the grill. Piece for the suspect is 6.
at the bank, he caught 2 or 3 to the grill while he was asleep. So stay deceased. So he didn't carry out his threat. The peeps called him sleep. So stay deceased. But can't touch this. I'm not saying that I rule it, but I ain't no student neither. So the same thing can happen to you, or, you know what I'm saying, or you could just focus on the best, because I ain't no joke. Give me my props. I'm going back on his, let the whole verse go through because he spit it so fast I had to slow it down so you could catch what he was saying. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing this. Even him. Coming from me, you know what time it is, the L-O-C. I don't like to brag, but yo, I like half to prove it just to let you know I be doing it. And you know I be packing. So next time I get a negative response, I gag everything up in the motherfucking place. Start with your face and won't miss with the AK. I'm gonna eliminate excess weight when I'm off on a potent thing. Add the tank to the grill, cause you already speak. So stay the 6 because I'm sick of this shit. I can't touch this. Just face the music. I'm not saying that I rule it, but I ain't no student either. You know what's up, punks? So give it up, chump, get bumped to the left or stump to death. Better yet, you can focus on the best, cause I ain't no joke, motherfuckers. Give me my props. He said, get bumped to the left, get killed, or get stomped to death. Either, however you want it. Normally I don't get hyped, but I had to tonight because I'm the man in the spotlight, so I put aside some time. Ooh, this is raw too. He said, normally I don't get hyped. Normally I don't even trip off all of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to prove or nothing like that. But I had to tonight because I'm the man in the spotlight. So I had to put aside some time to hit you with a rhyme instead of emptying the clip from my 9. I'll spare you. I'm just going to hit you with a rhyme instead of emptying the clip from my 9. Let's go to KIC to take something like this. Everybody better move. Huh. When I shout this funk is on, suckers better hide out or get sent to the morgue. Can you imagine that? You're in a party somewhere, you done started something with him, he just shout out, the funk is on, or suckers better hide out. That's the code word, you know what I mean? Or man, you about to get sent to the morgue. And all of a sudden, his peeps are just like, locked in. That's what he's saying.
Shout the funk is on, suckers better hide out or get sent to the morgue. So there's gonna be a war. All points point to the man with the master plan.
Award another victory.
Is this motherfucking alley shit?
I'm slipping. We going, what, 415,000?
Motherfucker talking about sideways to the next. Like, the fuck you talking about? Next song, man.
So here we go, y'all. Make sure you subscribe to your boy. You know what I mean? That's the told story right there. The untold story that's been told to you today. The most underrated rapper from the Bay. Can you think of anyone even better than this? I'm talking about they got some material like this. You know what I mean? Gave you 5 classics by Loc. By Loc, and that's just his solo joints. You know what I mean? He got some raw ones. I already told you about 415 is raw. Then you had the Call It What You Want To, which is my favorite song by 415 as a collective, the two of them rapping together. You know what I'm saying? But that's not it. That's not all, though. He got one more, though. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to make sure that I put it in at the end of the song. We're going to end it on that. You know what I mean? Am I going to put the lyrics on there? Not really, because everybody from the Bay, y'all can sing the song by yourself. Y'all don't need no lyrics, something like that. But again, it's DJ Ron. I'm the classic DJ from the Bay. Love going through these timeless classics. Just letting it be known. This is how the Bay was living in the early 80s, in the late 80s, early 90s. You feel what I'm saying? This is the hype that we was on out here. You feel me? So, with respect to New York, with respect to Atlanta, and Miami, down south in Houston and Memphis and all these other places, and of course LA, SoCal, you understand what I'm saying? The Bay was on fire at that time. And, you know, it's like Short said in my video where, you know, about the 5 decades of game, it was when Tupac and Biggie got killed that, you know, the Bay, the eye just wasn't on us no more. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, shout out E40, you know, still doing, shout out Too Short, still doing this thing, and Richie Rich just dropped another album, so make sure you check that project out. You know what I'm saying? He got a dope song with him and E40. Matter of fact, I'm going to go through that, and I'm going to post that pretty soon, too. You know what I mean? But I had to give the love to Loc. He's forgotten, but definitely most underrated MC from the Bay. I'm DjRon-TheClassicDjFromTheBay. Thanks for tapping in with me, with your boy, you know what I mean? Be on the lookout for the next Flow Improve.
It ain't easy in this time and age. These are the rough days, locked away in a motherfucking cage. Never will they catch a young brother like me again. I'm gonna run it till eternity ends. Fuck that, I'm not having it. It don't make sense, cause it's just dumb bullshit. Being caught on a certain day and certain time, a nigga like me hits the borderline. I ain't going out like a sucker. I strive too hard for mines, motherfucker. Think you can take what I built and break it down? Surprise, you got a bullet in your crystal. Cause I ain't the one to be played. Getting paid is my prerogative. You think not, well then think again. Think about the shit that I talk. Because I don't take shorts, I just duck a motherfucker off. Come up or run up on me. But when you step to the Locster, don't come weak. Be prepared for do or die, you lose your life. Cause when you're fucking with Loc, it ain't nothing nice. So to the punk police, I'm saying this: drop the gap and let's get with it. I ain't tripping, we can't have peace. You wanna talk to me? Let's hold court in the streets.
If you ask me, he's a criminal flying from justice.
Fuck that.
I represent the Yay area.